Pharma West Africa 2025, held March 18 to 20th, 2025 at Victoria Island, Lagos, brought together stakeholders in the pharmaceutical industry to discuss challenges and potential solutions. Pharmacist Ahmed Yakasai, chairman of the planning committee, advocated for more robust and reliable collaboration to build a sustainable pharmaceutical industry in Nigeria and Africa in general.
We don't want to continue to depend on imports. We want to make sure we are producing in the whole ECOWAS region, or Africa particularly. It is so pathetic that we are still importing. The whole Africa, we are importing 80% of our pharmaceutical products. In Nigeria, we are importing almost 70%. We said no. AFRISM is ready to give up to $1 billion to pharmaceutical and medical devices. European Investment Bank is ready to give €1 billion. And then, of course, African Development Bank is providing almost $250 million for promoting local production in Nigeria, particularly in Nigeria. But the bad side of it, they don't want to give small money. To them, $2 million, $5 million is small money. So we have to think the way out. I don't want to say we have to think out of the box. We have to think where there is no even box and how to come with the idea, how to start the merger, acquisition, so that we can have mega manufacturing outfits in Nigeria.
Dr. Njide Ndeli, President of the Healthcare Federation of Nigeria, urged association within the healthcare system to unite for effective advocacy.
So it's really for us to come together and speak with one voice. The private sector needs to organize itself. We're too fragmented. We're fighting amongst ourselves. Meanwhile, at the end of the day, it should be centered around the patient. So our focus is activating private sector and making sure that the patient is the one who's protected.
Dr. Omokudu Idogo, President of the Society for Family Health, advocated for a comprehensive overhaul of the primary healthcare sector.
If you look at primary healthcare, which is something we are very passionate about as an organization, the vast majority of Nigerians will get primary healthcare at community level. So it's either they are going to their local pharmacy shop or they are going to their PPMV. But if you look at our healthcare design, it doesn't necessarily recognize those two tiers in the PHC system. The good news is that increasingly we are seeing regulator-mediated policy reform now that is trying to add them so that we can at least ensure that the quality of service they deliver at that level is good. And hopefully that then brings care closer. But of course, there are also traditional norms, value systems that if we can work across will make a major difference in terms of expanding access to care and ensuring that the care is of good quality.
Dr. Chris Ehimen expressed gratitude to President Tinubu's administration for tax waivers on pharmaceutical products and imports.
There is also a lot of efforts. Just now, the government, the president last year signed off some tax incentives on manufacturing or importation of drugs to make sure that when products are coming to this country, they come, all those taxes, import duties, VAT and all that, you waive them. But in fact, the circular was sent out just 2 or 3 days ago. So the implementation is going to start. So if it's well implemented by customs, by everybody in the port, you see the price of drugs, good drugs eventually coming down. That will help because nature opposes vacuum. When price of products go up and people need the product, they can't afford that, they look for cheaper alternatives. And those cheaper alternatives might not be good ones.
Pharmacist Nike Abdulaziz emphasized the importance of quality assurance and honesty in pharmaceutical distribution and retail.
The fact that pharmaceutical products are being treated like ordinary trading commodities is what is responsible. We need better regulation. Price control has never been very effective in Nigeria. But if the profession was better regulated, we'll be able to cut out the level of people who profiteer from scarcity. I mean, just because a product has been scarce does not mean you should double and triple it, making profit at the expense of other people's health. There are people who want to achieve the same thing at minimal cost. So everything required to ensure GWP and GDP. They're not investing in it. So the quality of the product they are delivering at the end of the day is not assured. That is, even if the product came from the right source. There are also a lot of people who are involved in faking and adulterating products. There are people who are so unethical that they are involved in redating expired products just because they don't want to bear the loss. So,
and for us, one of the major right things that we think must be done is the implementation of the new drug distribution guideline. And what are the pronouncements we're talking about? Insisting that those that are manufacturing should sell to mega distributors and wholesalers. Insist that those that are mega distributors that should sell to the retailers. Just respect the distribution channels. That's all we are saying. And put all the necessary measures you need to put in place to make sure that everybody is respecting it, including punitive measures. And I can assure you that the industry will sit up.
The event featured keynote speeches, panel discussions and workshops on topics such as universal health coverage, innovative financial models, digital health, and public-private partnership. Pharma West Africa 2025 provided a platform for industry professionals to connect, collaborate, and explore innovations in the pharmaceutical sector. The event attracted over 3,000 visitors and featured more than 1,000 products. Reporting from Lagos, Mary Jane Weze, MJ Media News.